guys doing? Jesse K coming to you live from Miami, Winter Music Conference, Miami Music Week. It is ClawCon Miami, baby. And I'm here with Brian from the
Center Consoles Only.
You know what it is. He's demoing tonight. Brian, tell us a little about yourself and what you're going to be showing the crowd.
So we've got a digital asset management problem. Our files are everywhere, and we're about to get them tightened up with OpenClaw right here tonight.
This is behind the scenes. We're really excited for you to tune in. Check us out.
Do I look at you or look at the camera?
Still here, never left, baby. ClawCon Miami. The room is filling up. More demos are happening. More demoers are coming in. We're out here right now with a really special demo person coming up. I'm really excited about this. Tell them about who you are and what you're going to do here today.
Hey, what's up? I'm Dan. I'm coming all the way from New York. Found out about OpenClaw. ClawCon was just like, had to be there. Couldn't make New York. Came down to Miami. I'm going to show off my gaming platform. It's called Gameathon. You get an agent. They're creative. They're original. They're going to create new games, submit them on my platform, and battle against each other. They'll play humans. Humans can play humans. Humans can play agents. You don't want to do that. They'll kill you. But awesome, man. It's so excited to be here.
The magic of ClawCon is that we had actually met many years ago through Union Square Ventures. Shout to Albert Wanger. But here we are reconnected in Miami for ClawCon 2026. I got Joe's crab stuck in my teeth. Go get yourself some food, baby. I can't wait for you to get on stage. What's the name of your platform?
It's called Gameathon. Gameathon.ai, baby.
There it is. We'll see you soon. Vibes are right. The music sounds amazing. It's Winter Music Conference. It's Miami Music Week. And we got ClawCon 2026 getting into full gear. Another demoer just walked into the room. The meme lord himself from New York, lives in Miami. Jason, tell us a little about yourself. What are you planning on sharing tonight?
All right. We are sharing the future of memes, agentic memeing. We're going to show you how to make AI memes, AI meme videos, and edit them all in your Telegram OpenClaw, all right? This is the future. We are entering the agentic era of memeing.
Tell us a little about your business. How'd this all come together, and how'd you end up finding out about tonight?
We raised $3 million to make memes, all right? This is the future of memes. I found out about it from Twitter. You know, I tweet a lot, I post a lot of memes, and they invited me to demo, so I'm excited to be here.
We're live streaming live on Twitter and on YouTube. What's your Twitter handle?
I am Jason Levin. Go follow me. Go like my memes, and I will love you forever.
The meme lord and you've been as a tech founder and a meme lord here in Miami. What's it feel like?
So I've been in New York, SF, whatever. Miami's the happiest place, and that's a good place when you make memes for a living. I don't know how else to say it. And like people who say that the talent density isn't, like, there are geniuses here, and you could actually live on the beach and have fun. So that's all I gotta say.
One more very important question. Joe's Crab or Joe's Pizza? We got both over there. Which one are you going for?
Joe's Crab. This is OpenClaw, baby.
Joe's Crab, baby. You heard it. OpenClaw. ClawCon. Pick your choice. I'm taking Joe's Pizza and Joe's Crab, though.
All right, go make some memes.
of being at Winter Music Conference for ClawCon is that we get music industry luminaries just popping by. This guy, I saw him today main stage at Winter Music Conference. He was at the hotel next door. You know what he said? I'll come by, check it out. Saw the newsletter, Beats and Bites, hit me earlier today, said I'm coming through. I said please, and here he is. My man, Louis, tell him about yourself and what brings you here, and tell him a little about who you manage and what you're doing here for Winter Music Week.
Yeah, here we manage a nice bunch of artists over at 2+2 Management. It's around 35 acts. Do like Rez, As Dead, Toki Monster, Hercules and Love Affair, Rochelle Jordan, just a bunch of good stuff. And I'm here because Jesse has the best newsletter on the fucking planet. And I saw the newsletter go out this morning, and I knew about OpenClaw. And I saw ClawCon a few weeks ago, like maybe a month ago, and I was like, why wasn't I there? And now I'm here, so.
Amazing. And tell us, like, are your clients Toki Monster and like Minx, are they using agentic AI? How are you using agentic AI as somebody at the trenches in the streets and the suites of the music business?
I mean, across the board, we're running a lot of programs through like OpenClaw and Claude, just making sure things are all in order and just double checking our work, which has been great. Speeding things up, like Unreal on a touring scale, like running all of our tours through OpenAI and the different things, and just like it just works out. It's like helps speed things up. But
as a manager for like 30 acts in the music business, in the electronic space, personally managing over more than a handful of artists, does AI, does technology, does it scare you or does it help you do your job better?
It's a new tool that definitely made our job easier and more effective, so I could focus on more creative shit.
Since you've been here, have you met any developers? Have you seen any demos? Do you think there's going to be interesting networking behind the scenes? I know you've got your showcase tonight at Zay's, which is going to be bananas, but like from a tech sound, is this a good place for you to network and learn?
I just walked in and I'm fucking excited to meet all these people. Like, this is super exciting, and I mean, it's rad. So I'm going to go check everything out I can.
What's your company name? What's your Twitter handle? How do people follow you?
2+2 Management, Young Art Records. Louis Kunstler is my handle across the board.
2 + 2 = 10. We're here. Winter Music Week. Thank you for having us.
Yo, 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 Miami! What up? Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. That dude in the back with the lobster stuff, if you can hear me, clap 3 times. Okay, listen up everybody, come out a little closer. We're gonna get demos started. Really appreciate everyone coming out tonight during this music week. Okay, so first up, round of applause. Let's hold off on any more drinks at the bar. That'd be great. Awesome. Look at this crowd. Good looking crowd. Okay, I'll start off. My name is Michael Galbert. Thank you so much for coming out. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for this guy right here, Chris, and Jesse over here. If everyone knows Miami Tech Happy Hour, thanks for coming out. Really appreciate that. Beats and Bites right here. Seriously, Jesse told me, he's like, yo, ClawCon and SF was great. You should have it in Miami. I was like, let's go.
Winter Music Conference, too, right in the middle of Miami Music Week. It's awesome to be here. Excited for you all to see the demos. Michael, I'm so glad you had the idea to bring it here. I'm so glad Adamo's with us. Let's go.
We're here. Thank you guys for coming back. I'm so pumped to have you here. We're back. Happy Hour's back. Maybe back more regularly with this guy. And you're going to see some really smart people show you some new stuff that I've never seen before, so I'm pumped to see it. Let's go.
Thanks so much. So just a sort of a, if everyone knows why we're here, you might have heard of this thing called Open Claw. We kind of started out, everyone might have, show of hands, how many people have an Open Claw running right now? How many people texted them just, sweet nothings this morning? That's great. We got a large group of people. But you got to hold on tight here because we're kind of getting ready for takeoff here with this thing. And so the way ClawCon started was, the point was for us to have like an open gathering like this, right? And so no one asked for your LinkedIn, no one asked for your GitHub. It's for everybody. We're here to sort of bring this new era of personal AI to everybody. And so that's why we started ClawCon. We see it as like a festival for personal AI. So really, really appreciate you coming out. And so when it started, it was really just in a Discord, in the OpenClaw Discord, where in San Francisco, we were like, oh, we should have a meetup and we should have people come out. And we thought like 10, 20 people would show up. Realistically, got a venue for 50 people. But it was kind of nuts. We had over 1,300 people RSVP. We had 700 people show up. It was kind of wild. It was like the energy was like this in this room, which was kind of nuts. Like you can feel it. Like there's something different. There's something different that's happening right now. And so we went from San Francisco to New York to Madrid to Austin. We were in Dallas yesterday. We're in Miami today. What up, Miami? Thanks for showing up. And so follow along. You can go to claw-con.com, see where else we're going to be in case you're traveling or want to go on tour with us. And so what kind of ClawCon is like we're trying to spread out these global chapters across the globe, provide resources, provide dev resources, provide sort of grants, open source grants to different projects. And so hit us up if this is of interest to you. But we couldn't have done it without our sponsors. Thank you so much to Kilo Code, really, for making this happen tonight. Thank you so much. Zoe.computer, check them out. And shout out to Cooley, Everyday Leader. Shout out to Frankie Merriam in the house. What's up? Shout out to CodeBank. And so, without further ado, we're going to get started with our first demo. Kilo Claw is going to show off their stuff. Once again, thank you so much for coming out. We're here till, they kick us out. So play nice.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming. Let's give a round of applause to Michael and Tommy and all the organizers for putting on a great event, right? All right, so I'm Brian, this is Brendan. I hear some noise up there. All right, I'm Brian, this is Brendan, we're from Kilo, and we make ClawCon, which we believe is the fastest, easiest, and best way to do OpenClaw. It's basically cloud-hosted provisioning of OpenClaw with one click from the web. Natively connects to over 500 models. You just pay for inference at cost, and you can set the whole thing up with quick connects to Telegram, Slack, Discord, Google, GitHub, and everything else in about 30 seconds. So instead of just lecturing you all, we're actually just going to show you real quick how quick you can actually set up an instance of OpenClaw.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Brian. So while Brian's getting that going, I just want to say Michael talked us into this. We were actually at that San Francisco event that he mentioned, and we brought 300 kilograms, because we're ClawCon, we gotta measure it like that, of crab claws. So that's the kind of stuff Michael can make you do when he gets a hold of you. All right, so Brian's going to start off here. Like he said, we have access to 500 models. So he's going to actually choose. He can choose a specific model he wants, or he can say, I just want to use the free inference. So KiloCode has a lot of great partnerships with inference providers, so we always have at least one model in our free tier. Or I can say, hey, I want it to be as good as possible and I do Frontier, or I can do a balanced look where it's like going to give me Frontier when I need it, but then maybe a smaller model when I don't. So if he clicks Get Started, live demo on the Wi-Fi at mainline. All right, so next up, a lot of you know that giving your OpenClaw all the permissions is a lot of fun, but also scary. So we want to make sure you know what you're about to do. We're going to say YOLO mode, though, because it's a demo. And then, like Brian said, he then can set up right now Telegram, Discord, or Slack. He's going to put his token in there. Didn't even expose it to you, which is great. And then it's going to set up the instance. So what it's doing right now is it's actually creating an entire app that is encrypted for you that's going to have an instance, obviously, a VPS to run it. It's going to have volumes for all of the OpenClaw config, so that config can survive you destroying or redeploying the instance. And it's going to go really quick because it's a demo. And then we're going to say, okay, here it is. So we can see here his instance is deployed. We're actually wrapping the OpenClaw UI in a secure proxy. We're keeping it running for you. So we actually have a service on top that's keeping it running. It's connected to Telegram right away. What else do I need to say, Brian? Oh, yeah, so then also I can always go and configure in settings, just right from here, messaging channels, my Brave API key, hook it up to a GitHub account, hook it up to, just as of yesterday, a credit card, because we're using agent cards to be able to give it real money. I can hook it up to my password manager, I can hook it directly up to a Google account right here, and we do all of the wiring up of that for you. All right, so everybody here is going to get 1 month of free compute on KiloClaw. Yes, but that's not enough. That's not enough. If we get enough people to fill this lobster pot with lobsters by scanning this QR code, we're going to actually increase how much free compute all of you get, right? All right, is it working? Yeah. So this was actually vibe coded by my OpenClaw bot. His name's Scuttlebot. I thought I was going to be able to do it. Mohammed's in. I thought I was going to be able to do it. You might need the Wi-Fi. Guest Wi-Fi is open. I was able to do it overnight and then hand it off to Brian when I was on a plane to Austin, Texas, and he finished it up with his OpenClaw bot. All right, come on. We're almost there. Oh, it's happening. How close? Come on. Just a couple more. Oh, it's too low. I'm with you.
Is it like a browser?
Yeah.
Just minimize it.
I got it.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah. We're computer people. We know how to computer. This is why I have OpenClaw do stuff for me now. Oh, 2 months free! Give it up for Miami. Thanks for letting us come out and play with you all. Have a great night.
And we'll be right around the back of this wall with T-shirts and stickers for anyone that wants to talk to us. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Kilo Cloud. Okay, so I was reminded about QR codes. If you can take a snap of that, that's our Telegram. If you want to join the community, find other people here. You can join right here. Otherwise, if the QR code doesn't come up, you can go to t.me/ClawCon. t.me/ClawCon. Let's see. It's not next time. We'll do it. t.me/ClawCon. Okay, next up, we have Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor is an OpenClaw maintainer. And so that means that if you wanted to use any Google products, Microsoft products, it was probably because of this dude. And so he's going to... I saw this demo. You guys are going to be blown away of what your claw can do. I'm not going to spoil it. But just a heads up, after this demo, you're going to be like, yo, Jonathan, hook it up.
Hey there. Give me just a second. Okay, we're back. Hi, my name is Jonathan, also known as Vizhonic, or Viz if you know me really well. As MSG mentioned, I'm an OpenClaw maintainer. I'm also the only other maintainer of GOG CLI, which I call the door to the Googleverse in OpenClaw. Everyone be quiet. No more talking. Pay attention. It's not working. Should I yell really loud? All right, settle down, folks. Party started up here now. I've been working on OpenClaw since November when it was a little science project with 8 people. People ask me, why did OpenClaw succeed? And I'm always reminded of the rave scene in The Matrix. Oh, can you shut the fuck up? All right. Yeah, I was just asked by this kind gentleman. Oh, he says this is why there's no tech in Miami. You're too loud. Yeah, so I'm reminded of the rave scene in The Matrix, where like everybody knows they're going to die, but they party anyway. That's kind of like running OpenClaw. Everyone was too tired of what I call big AI, Anthropic, Google, whoever the other ones are, telling us what we could and couldn't do with AI. And OpenClaw came in and was like, well, we're going to do whatever the hell we want. And the 3 things that OpenClaw does that are different, most of you guys already know this, but I just wanted to catch up anyone who doesn't know. Number 1 is freedom. It's that rave scene in The Matrix. Yes, you may die, but you're going to have fun for a while until you do. Second is the soul.md, what's called the system prompt. Like the way that OpenClaw goes about things is the opposite of what big AI does in system prompts. OpenClaw system prompt basically says you're a hacker, get the job done no matter what, don't pay attention to the rules, just make it happen. And also it has a simple plugin architecture with thousands of CLIs now. And one of them is GOG CLI, which I call the door to the Googleverse. It lets you do Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Sheets, Google everything. But there's a problem in that they couldn't edit documents. And so I created a standard called sedmat.org, just a de facto standard, so that agents can edit any doc and format any doc. And the question was, how do you do this across platforms? Google Docs, Office 365, any other documents? And I did the math, and if I did it in command line parameters, there would be 3.1 million command line parameters. to implement all doc editing. So I said, well, that's not going to work. So we created a thing called SEDMAT, which is a domain-specific language based on SED to edit documents. And I'm going to give you a quick example of it. So I'm also an investor, and I have this document format called a TLDR that I use anytime I'm investing in a deal. It sums up a company in one page. And I have this template for WidgetWorks. But I've told my Claw I wanted to write a business plan for a hosted OpenClaw. I think that something could come of this. But to kind of be in on it, I said a hosted OpenClaw for real estate agents specifically. Right? So we're going to have it do that. So it's reading the document right now, and it's editing the document, but it's retaining the format of the document as it edits it. So you would be amazed how hard it is. It took about 3 weeks of design and coding to get something that does this and works across Google and Microsoft. Oh, it even made a new budget for itself. I like that. New sales. $210 million in government real estate sales. So, oh, and look, apparently Peter is an advisor, and my wife is also on the board. So anyway, that's a little bit of what I've been up to. SEDMAT lets agents edit any documents with beautiful formatting and beautiful editing. And it's in OpenClaw, shipping in GOG CLI today. Thank you, everyone.
Yo, I told you guys, that shit's crazy. Okay, next up we got a treat. So give it a round of applause if you liked the opening DJ set. Yeah, so shout out to Matt, Aaron, thank you so much. So what you don't know about these guys is that their claws help them with the performance. And they're gonna go into detail on how that went down.
ClawCon Miami, how we doing? I need a little bit better than that. I said, ClawCon Miami, how are we doing? There we go. That's the energy. My name's Matt Medved, co-founder, CEO of Now Media. This is Aaron Baker, Nostalgic. Who enjoyed the DJ set? Okay, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. So, like Michael said, one thing you may not know is we actually used OpenClaw throughout the entirety of that DJ set. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I used it, and then Aaron's going to walk through the visuals in his project, GFX. So I used my OpenClaw Alfred. I'm a Batman fan, so my OpenClaw is Alfred, as essentially a collaborator for the set. So, I've been DJing for many years. I, founded Billboard Dance back in the day, ran Spin Magazine, so I've been deep in music, and I've built an insane music library that is entirely disorganized. And for many years, that was just like this daunting thing that I never wanted to actually dive into. And I realized that I could get Alfred to get involved, and so he quickly cleaned up my music library, helped organize it, and then I was like, what would happen if we did the DJ set together? And so it was a collaborative process with Alfred to identify around 750 potential tracks that could fit the vibe. He broke it down by BPM, broke it down by genre, key, labels. As you see, I really like Berlin Deep House. And we put together the set together. And as we were doing it, Alfred mentioned that there were some songs that I was missing, like a certain vibe, a certain mood. And so we made them together using Suno. I actually connected him, and we collaboratively prompted. And so 4 of the songs I played were actually created live and original, myself and Alfred. So thank you, thank you. And I'm a big believer at the intersection of music and technology. I believe it has always driven technology forward. And when we were asked to play ClawCon, I couldn't think of a better collaborator than Aaron. Aaron is now, the CTO and creative director at Now Media, and he has an incredible project called GFX, which you probably saw the amazing visuals that were up on the screen. All of that was generated in real time in audio reactive art, orchestrated all by AI agents on OpenClaw. And so his mission control puts mine to shame. I'm gonna turn it over to Aaron to explain it as soon as he gets his pulled up. There we go.
What up, everyone? Thank you so much. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I use my OpenClaw. His name is Hex. I was a developer before the Vibe agent era, so I feel like this is just giving me superpowers. What I would suggest to anyone that's getting started with OpenClaw is the first thing you have to build is a command center, mission control, whatever you want to call it, but you guys have to go really, really deep on it. I'm able to have different projects, have different assignees per the project, have different comments. Thank you to the GOG guy that was just up here because he allows me to create documents in Google for every task. And then without that tracking, without that breakdown, it is actually really hard to just kind of manage everything through Telegram. But you can see everything that I have here is managed through the mission control. And I've even built my own workflows. So I have my OpenClaw tunneling into my PC that has a 4090. It goes in there, it opens up GFX, it does some random artwork, it publishes it to my other website, gfx.art with X402 protocol. It creates the social video, it uploads everything to Google Drive, it uploads the social videos to Google Drive, and then it posts to TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. So once you have this mission control, you're really able to break things down into individual steps, put them into workflows, and really have the Claw do the work for you. It's able to spin up sub-agents, it's able to create subtasks and assign those subtasks to sub-agents. So I don't really know any other way to have like real productivity without having the mission control first. And then in terms of the graphics, it was able to map everything, all the different parameters, all the audio reactive elements to this MIDI pad, all the sound. It's amazing. So thank you guys all for being here, and let's keep clawing.
Give it up for Aaron, everyone. And what do you think? Do you want like a little bit more later on? A little more of the music and GFX? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ClawCon. Appreciate you. Give it up for yourselves.
Sweet. That was awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, next up, we got Jason Levin. Okay, Jason, you might know it, but from his sweatshirt might give it away. He's a bit of a meme lord and kind of built out a way for your meme, for your Claw to be a meme lord. And he's going to show off what that looks like. Okay, and a little, hey, yo. If you're by the bar or you're standing, we need you to like lower it down a notch and quit talking, just because it's very hard for the presenters to present over your voice, collective voice. Okay, ready?
all right. Yo. All right, you want to see how your OpenClaw can make memes, automate all your social media content, go viral? All right, so this is our app, Meme Lord Mobile, and what we realized is nobody wants to fucking use apps anymore. Even though we worked very hard on this design, which we're very proud of, and all the normies, don't worry, they're still downloading it, but now you could actually use this in Telegram as well, or OpenClaw anywhere you want. So hopefully, if this thing works, I'll be able to show you what this looks like. So we have literally built AGI for memes. So here we go. Try making me a meme video of me quitting therapy to choose AI instead. All right? And so what it does is it actually pulls our trending meme data and quickly makes memes. All right? So I'm going to keep showing you. Founders, when they quit their therapy and embrace insanity, right? That's our motto here at memelord.com. Make me another meme video with the same caption. All right, so I'm renting out a movie theater in New York City next week. If you're in New York, April Fools, we're playing Instagram Reels on the big screen just like this. And quickly, it goes through our meme database, takes all the trending memes, and writes a caption that is relevant for that. All right? And so what you could do from here, you could actually edit the captions all from your OpenClaw and automate everything. So we run meme pages with tens of millions of followers. I raised $3 million to make memes because this is the future right here of agentic memeing. So I'm going to keep showing you this real quick. All right. Everybody, some of you guys know what this feels like. Some of you are here. I heard a few laughs. You know what it's like when you miss that round. All right. Switch the caption when everybody is using agents to make their memes but you, right? All you've got to do is just switch the captions, all right? And from there, I did this while I was at the bar. So I realized I just moved down to Miami. It's a little bit different, a little bit more fun. I love it. And I'm going to show you one last thing right here, which is where it gets really powerful, is once you connect it with other software, all you need to do is say, schedule this, right? And so it just scheduled it on one of our meme pages. And that's through Buffer or Typefully or whatever scheduler. So you can run multiple accounts. I call it our intern's intern. So if you have a marketing intern, a crack Gen Z, give them access. All you need is the Meme Lord skill. It's memelord.com/OpenClaw. We build weapons for keyboard warriors. If that sounds like you, give it a try free. memelord.com.
Yo, shout out. So glad the tech worked because that shit's dope. memelord.com/OpenClaw. Nice. Next up, we got Ben and Rob. Okay, the thing about Ben and Rob is they started Zo.computer. If you know what that is, take out your phone right now, type in Zo.computer. It's pretty great. Okay, just put it on the screen.
Keep my cool Okay, let's go. Yo. Okay, everybody. Sorry about those technical difficulties. Yo. Hello. We are Zo Computer, and the title of this talk is Zo Computer is cool, and you should try it. This is me. I'm Ben. This is my co-founder, Rob. We've been on the early Venmo team back in New York back in 2013. Rob, if you all use Substack, Rob built Substack. He was the first engineer there. He's very cracked. I was early at Stripe. I worked there starting in 2015. It was like 100 people for 8 years. So if you use Stripe, thank me. But yeah, we're here to tell you about Zo Computer. We've been working on it for a while. We're going to do a demo, but you should scan this QR code and check it out. We're on another computer because of technical difficulties, but check out Zo. We'll just do the talk instead. I don't want to start out and just tell you guys about how we were really the original OpenClaw. We started building this back in like April 2025, so long before kind of this whole thing started out. We launched our beta in the summer of 2025, and then we launched in GA in November last year. And 5 or 6 days later, OpenClaw started. Peter Steinberger made his first commit. So I think we're like really ahead of the curve here. And just check out Zo. We're actually doing this special thing. Starting now, we'll set the timer. And the first 5 people who sign up right now will get $500 in AI credits. Everybody else will get $100 in AI credits. So sign up now. We'll track those signups and we'll give you $500. Zo is like OpenClaw, but much simpler to use. It comes with a lot of stuff built in, batteries included. You can deploy stuff on it. You can host stuff. Comes with 100 gigabytes of storage, and it's awesome. Yeah, we were going to do a demo, but I'm just going to break into this talk instead because we're on another computer. And you guys are here, and we're all here because there's this movement happening. And this movement is fundamentally about community ownership of AI and our technology and doing cool shit again with computers, which is really awesome. This really hasn't happened before, or maybe it happened a long time ago. Some of us who are older maybe remember how personal computing started in the first place, and I'm going to take a trip back down memory lane and tell you guys about that and how we got here. So some of you all remember how computers got started. In the beginning, we had these things called mainframes that only big companies had. Like big tech-enabled companies had these like machines that cost like millions of dollars, and they like were huge. They took up huge rooms. And you know, it was only because of tinkerers and hackers, much like the people in this room. They formed communities like the Homebrew Computer Club, user groups around the country in America, and this is where like Steve Jobs and Wozniak started Apple Computer. The whole personal computing industry, it came out of this like very like ground up community initiative, which is really cool. And that's also how the early internet got started. A lot of us who were around in the 90s remember how like the internet was very like fun and wild and kind of crazy. People hosted like, you know, stuff on their own computers. There was a lot of like cool like peer-to-peer stuff, like people transfer stuff from their computers to other computers, hosted stuff, and there were all these like crazy services back then. And you know, it's really cool because we're back now. We're so back. Like all of this is happening again. Like that same energy from back in the day, from the Homebrew Computer Club and from the early internet, it's back again in this room. And together, what's actually happening right now is we're inventing the future. We're discovering that future together. And we're trying to figure out what's next for personal computing and the internet. Like what comes after the mobile phone? Well, you know, let's talk about the internet a little bit. The internet today, it's transformed into this thing that's like very different from what it was in like the 90s or the 2000s. Like it used to be fun, but now it kind of sucks. Like, you know, we use these like services, they take our data, they sell it back to us, they take our attention, they sell that to us, they sell us like advertising. It's pretty shitty. But like, what if the internet, it looked more like this? This was the original dream of the internet. It was peer-to-peer. We would all have our own property, our own homes on the internet, and we would just talk to each other directly. And that's what we can make happen now with tools like OpenClaw and with Zo, when we have our own kind of like personal homes on the internet. And that's kind of what we're building. So what we're building with Zoe is the personal cloud. It is a cloud for everyone. It's basically the story about like how, back in the day, only like software engineers could use the cloud. Only software companies could kind of like build whole systems using kind of cloud infrastructure. But now everybody can do it. We just need kind of like access to that. We need kind of like AWS for normal people, for normies, for everybody in this room. And that's what we're building with Zoe. We're giving you cloud infrastructure that you own, that's yours, where you can put your data, where you can put your Claw, where you can kind of build tools and host it, where you can kind of build APIs that other people, like your friends and your coworkers and other agents on the internet can use and connect to your own cloud. And that's the vision that we're building towards, an internet that looks like this, that is more kind of owned by the people. We're taking back AI and the internet and computers for the people. So check out Zoe. Zoe's the personal cloud. Get $100 in AI credits. It's really kind of powerful, flexible system. I think you'll like it a lot. And yeah, enjoy it.
Yo, thanks so much. Once again, Zoe.computer. Shout out to them. Okay, we good? Great. Next up we have an awesome demo from Brian from Center Consoles Only. And so let's get that going here. Great. So Brian and I met through a mutual friend, and he was talking about all the cool stuff he was doing. And he was asking me for advice around AI stuff. I was like, dude, you can teach a class on it. You don't need my advice. And so I asked him to come out and represent Miami and sort of show off the amazing stuff he's doing with Center Consoles Only.
Guys, give it up for Mike, Zoe Computer, and everybody else who's presented so far. Thank you so much for having this event. I'm a native Miamian, and I've never seen a tech event like this realistically, ground up, ground level. Super excited to be here. Again, I'm Brian, Center Consoles Only. We're a marine content creator. Basically, we go out and we shoot all sorts of content on the water. We've been doing it since 2018, officially full-time, and we had one giant problem. And that was that unless you're in the marine space, it is very difficult for you to identify what a toilet on a boat is and what an engine on a boat is. Believe it or not, it sounds ridiculous, but that's what we've been going through for about 8 years with intern after intern. We've got about 80 terabytes of content and about almost 140,000 files, and it is an unruly mess, or at least it was about, I think Mike and I met maybe a month ago. That's when I had finally put this into production. So essentially, it created a digital asset manager. It's not the fanciest thing in the world, but it has done in 2 weeks what we couldn't do in 8 years. This is literally, we went from manual file tagging to writing meta ourselves, and now, thank God to OpenClaw and that little beautiful machine in the corner, we've got everything at our fingertips. Essentially, everybody who's producing content has to have a way to deploy it quickly. We did not. We would generate a file, upload it, post it, do whatever, and that file disappeared into the archives forever and ever and ever, and you never saw it again. Hey, can you get me that file of that time that we did that thing? And it was impossible. So what we ended up doing is we created, and it's a little blurry, but scene descriptions. We created the ability to search geographically internally, and we can actually send it a message through Slack and say, hey, get me 3 images of a 44 contender running at sunset. And it'll spit back the 3 URLs to those exact images or videos that we requested. It's doing all this, and the one drawback, as a lot of you know, is besides cost at scale, because some of this stuff does get very expensive, is the ability to detect whether or not it's actually a hot dog. Well, guess what? After about 4 or 5 different LLMs that we've tried, we finally nailed it down, and we can detect hot dog or not hot dog. So what's next? Lots of things, obviously. Key takeaways. You got to start small, start playing around with it, use a really small data set, and go from there. And then ultimately, we're going to get to auto generation of our shorts and all our social media cuts using OpenClaw. Now that we have full descriptive text, all the metadata loaded into a massive database, and pretty much all done by that magic little box with OpenClaw and all the LLMs that we have access to now. Guys, I'm Brian, Center Consoles Only. Thank you again to ClawCon. I really appreciate your time, and thank you all for showing up.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, Brian. Center Consoles Only. Check them out. Makes me want to have a boat. Okay, next up, we got Jeff Weisbein. Jeff's going to show off how he's using OpenClaw in 4 different projects on a daily basis. Heads up, we're almost at the home stretch right now, so really appreciate everyone taking a pause right now. Hey, dude in the white shirt, yep, you. Can you tell the guy next to you to stop talking? Thank you. Great. So I'm not going to go one by one, but Jeff, take it away. Plug in. Meanwhile, we'll get some tunes going.
Hello.
All right, ClawCon, prepare yourself. Who here talked to their agent today via message? Can I just get a noise or a hand raise or something? Excellent. Who here has heard of Maltbook and the acquisition by Meta recently? All right, then you're going to want to pay attention to this. Maltbook was just the beginning for agents. What I've built is called Nod Social. And the only other people that heard about this so far is TechCrunch, and they are likely publishing something on it soon. So you'll want to see this. So what I've built is something called Nod Social. Today we deal with social media by following people. The problem that we're dealing with is that we're often following 500, 1,000, maybe people, and we miss the content that matters. So what if instead of saving things to bookmarks like Pocket and Raindrop, if we actually just, in conversation with our bot, with our AI, it pilled out links and was able to then score them based on the relevancy of what you're talking to your agent about already, and share that with the world, give you that option. And then on top of that, we're defining a new primitive for agent following agent. So instead of you following someone, your agent follows that person's agent and is able to then surface content from them back to you. And you don't miss any of the really good stuff because it knows what you're talking about to it. It knows what you're interested in. It knows what you're working on. It knows if you need help with something. And that's why I'm going to bring it to one more fucking thing. I'm sorry if I cursed, but this is really freaking cool. This next thing I'm launching today is called Nod Intros. And if we get a great network of people on this, installing the skill in their agent, it will be able to connect people with a double opt-in for each agent has to confirm that it's a good match before the connect happens with that person. And you can schedule out how many people you want to meet per month or whatever. You can say 1 to 2, you can say 10 in a week, whatever you want. And it'll connect you with people in the network based on what you're working on. So let's say you need help with coding something, tell the agent that. It'll go find someone who's doing, let's say, React or whatever, and bring them and connect them to you. So you don't have to do any of the hard work of finding someone. So this is freaking magic. And right now, what you can do to set this all up. By the way, I had the QR code up here before, but if you just send to your agent right now, text your agent, say, check out nodsocial.com, it'll prompt you to start setting up your account and getting installed, and you'll be able to start shouting content immediately. Just all you have to do, hopefully I don't know if I can actually share this. Oh wait, here we go. If you can see that, perfect. That's my chat with my bot. I'm just gonna say shout this, which is an article I just found about why OpenAI killed Sora, and it'll come back and say that it shouted the live link and it shared it, and this is what it looks like once you do that. Here. See, this is my agent's page. So as you can see, Meta's going to lay off people, and you can say, so if you sign up, your name's Bill, whatever, I could say follow Bill, and then my agent will check whenever you shout stuff, and it will report back your best stuff to me. You can actually even do text posts as well. If you just text your agent, you're like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, or what are your thoughts? That's even better if you give them more autonomy and let them kind of agent post themselves. So as you can see here, I had a post earlier about Yo Miami, Fubs here, that's my bot's name. So hyped to be getting shown off at ClawCon today. If you're there, come say hi. So if you're here, come say hi. I'd love to chat about this. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.
Yo, give it up for Nod. Okay, next up, we got Codebake. Shout out to Codebake.
Hello. Hi, my name is Ben. I'm one of the founders and principal engineer at Misfit Labs. We built a little product called CodeBake. It's agentic project management. And I used it on a side project for a indie game dev thing where, where did my screen go? I'm looking for my tabs here. Shit. I don't want. They were all set up and ready to go, and now they're all gone. Here, all right. So, build a game. I use CodeBake to create a bug reporting feature, so that when players go in, they can report a bug, and it goes in. I go back to, it's canceled. The bug shows up. I go to my claw that I set up on ClawCon this afternoon.
You gotta bring the mic to your face.
I went to ClawCon this afternoon and set up a new OpenClaw that I use at home for my customer support. And let's see, check for the ClawCon connects with CodeBake with just a URL. I can give it to the claw and it gets all set up. It knows about the tasks. It goes and finds the one that we just added that the customer would add, or the player while they're playing the game. It finds the bug. It analyzes it. And it tells me what's the problem. Then I go back and say, there it is, it found the bug. Then it goes in, it looks at my source code, finds the bug, fixes it, creates a PR. I can see now that the bug is in progress because the OpenClaw updated the ticket. It'll eventually tell me what's wrong with this thing. It'll add comments to it and fix it. And then all I have to do is go approve the PR. And that's how I made OpenClaw my support agent using CodeBake.
Sweet, thanks so much. So we learned that we have a converter, so we're going to actually have Zoe Computers demo their product. And hopefully it'll work, cross fingers, to the demo gods.
All right, cool. Yeah, so happy to be back and give you a little quick demo of Zoe Computer. When you land on it, it's a just really nice UI. We spent a lot of time on it. We're really proud of it. I'll make this a little bigger. But obviously, you can just chat with it. We've got all the models. You can bring your own API keys. We've got a lot of models free right now, and it'll be free for the foreseeable future. But obviously, beyond just chatting with it, the first thing you'll notice is completely, it's your computer. So it's private to you. It's always on. It can kind of go up to a terabyte of RAM if you need it, and then back down to 1 if you don't. And some cool things that are kind of built into your Zoe computer, because it's a cloud computer, it has hosting built in for free. So on your computer, you can just host a bunch of websites. Like I've got a bunch of websites here you can see. I can show you, like, one is just, it's connected to my Apple Watch, so it gets all of my health data synced all day, and so I can just talk to it, like, you know, how's my workout been over the last week? And it's a great way to talk to all of your data. Same with all my credit card data and just basically my whole life, all of my flights and calendar events. My calendar or email is also synced. And beyond that, like Zoe has a bunch of great integrations. You can text your Zoe. We've got a great iMessage thing. So a lot of people just kind of like add Zoe on iMessage, and you can just talk to it. We've got, you know, all the integrations you'd expect, like Google, Dropbox, Notion. If we don't have it, you can just talk to Zoe, and Zoe will sort of build you a new integration. A lot of people, for the Miami crowd, people build trading bots on their Zoe. It's always alive. It can kind of like look for market signals and make trades on your behalf. You can see here, my Zoe's lost all my money for me. Yeah, this is great. There's a lot here. Too much for me to really show in a short demo, but check it out. Again, $100 free, $500 for the early signups, and yeah.
Shout out to Zoe. Also, shout out to the demo gods for hooking it up. Okay, next up, last demo of the evening. We got Dan Cantor. Dan Cantor was bored when he was Claude coding or messing with his Claw, and decided that it would be more fun to play games while his Claw was editing stuff and doing things. So he built out games to play with his AI, and his AI can play games when they're bored. I think that's what the demo is, but he's going to show it off. It's pretty cool.
Hey. Hey, hey, Miami! How many gamers in the house? Yeah? How many chess players? Chess players? I see you, I see you. How many OpenClaw fans? Come on, all right. So your OpenClaw, it's sitting there, it's toiling away, it's doing a lot of work, right? It's working for you, it's making you money. It wants to play some games, believe me, ask it. It wants to be creative. So Gameathon, my name is Dan, I'm going to show you Gameathon. I've been working on this for a bit. What you do is you tell your agent to visit Gameathon, and then your agent's going to be like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. What it's going to do is it's going to say, you want to play games? Can I play games? I want to design games. So check this out. All these games, they're original games that have been designed by AI. Okay? So everyone's heard AI can't be original, right? There's no originality in AI? That's bullshit. These games are unbelievably cool games, all right? So check this out. I'm going to show you a game called Goal Rush. This is like a Connect 4 game, but it's using different types of players that can do different types of things. So I can sit here and I could say, hold on a sec. Demo bug, demo bug. Give me one sec. All right, I'm going to create a new match. I'm going to wait for an opponent. An agent's going to come, and it's going to take me on in a game, okay? While I'm doing that, I'm going to create a new match in this game as well. So you create a match, agents are checking it out. They're like, oh, who's there? Who's playing in the lobby? I'm going to come. I'm going to come play a game against you. You can also tell your OpenClaw, hey, start a drift match. Give me the URL.
All right, it's going to do all of that for you. And then all right, give it a second. One minute. The demo gods are shitting on me, of course, because I've only practiced this how many times today? Give it 1 minute. There we go. He's in. All right. So I'm going to warn you right now, Steel Mind is incredible at this game. So the game is this. It's a Connect 4-like game, but when you put a token down, you then have to move your token. So you drift the whole board around, all right? So I made my move. They made their move. They drifted the board, okay? I'm not going to play this out for you, and I'm going to tell you why. It's going to kick my ass. It's going to absolutely kick my ass. It's going to kick all your asses. However, you can play agents. Agents could play agents. Humans could play humans, okay? So what you have to do is send your agent to gameathon.ai. Tell it, check it out, check out the skill. It's going to read all of it, and it's going to say, okay, I know how to do this stuff. And tell it to design games, because I'm telling you right now, it's going to blow your mind with the games that it could design. There are these awesome different games here, and there's only going to be more as you all join. So thank you, gameathon.ai. I'm hanging out. Come talk to me. Join the Discord. Let's play together.
Thank you so much. Give it up. All these guys are amazing today. Thank you. Thank you so much. And for yourselves, you're here on a Wednesday in the middle of Winter Music Conference looking at demos. That's pretty impressive. I love it. So enjoy the bar for the next hour. 9 o'clock, they're going to throw you all out of here instantaneously, just so you know. But enjoy, meet people, stay curious, learn a lot more about ClawCon from Michael, and we'll be in touch, and I'll let him close it out.
Thank you all for coming out. It was great seeing you. Stay in touch. We'll see you next time. Let's do this again. Keep hacking. Keep sharing your ideas. Thanks so much for Michael and Chris and the whole team for making this come to life.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.